ArieForce One is an all-new ground-up RMC found at Fun Spot Atlanta in Fayetteville, Georgia. This new world-class roller coaster opened on March 31st, 2023, and I was lucky enough to have gotten 7 rides during the media preview. Today we are going to break ArieForce One down by talking about each element one at a time. Let's start with the drop. This element was probably the most overrated one. I would argue that Twisted Cyclone at Six Flags Over Georgia has a better first drop. It's not as punchy as some other RMCs, but it still gives you that weightlessness feeling in the back rows. Other than that, there's not much to it. After you come out of the first drop, you enter the Raven Trust Dive, a new inversion that's only found on this ride but is very similar to the dive loop. I thought this inversion would be better, but it still left me hanging a bit. The drop coming out of the twist is really fun. The Raven Trust Dive is followed by a quick, fast-paced, low-to-the-ground airtime hill that makes you fly out of your seat anywhere in the train. After the airtime hill comes the longest zero-G stall in North America. This stall is my favorite inversion on ArieForce One. The stall doesn't give much hang time as you're thundering through the element the whole time. I would argue that this is the calmest moment of the ride. Following the stall is one of my favorite elements of the whole ride, the crazy Outer Bank twisted airtime hill thing. This reminds me of the wave turn on Twisted Cyclone, but at an angle and gives much more powerful airtime. Then comes the most underrated elements of the ride, the double up. This element took me by surprise when it gave violent airtime in the big drop at the end. This really fast-paced barrel roll follows the double up. This inversion gives amazing head choppers and is fast, and my hands go back down for a second before entering. This next part gives me some really good bone-crushing positive G's, which is not something typically found in an RMC coaster. This section of track follows very smoothly into the next Mosasaurus-esque inversion. As you are going into this, it almost feels as though you are twisting, but suddenly you twist too far and roll upside down. It's hard to describe, but it gives you another reason to come experience it for yourself. After you are right side up again, you go into the quad down, the element that gives so much airtime. At some points in the day, I could not enjoy the ride because I had ridden so many times that my thighs hurt. This was a quick run through of all the elements, but Fun Spot and RMC did great work on this project, and this coaster is definitely worth the trip. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye!